From Godric to Runeswick, we all know a blight. We've lost and we're taken from all walks of life. No matter your tale, no matter your home, we all are wayward souls. We drink and we fight, it's all in good fun. The Kraken we serve, he all makes us one. We sweat and we bleed, neath the blistering sun, until the day is done. Then we in our sails, the past at our backs. We're quick to throw hands when our foes attack. With arms at our side, our sword in our gun, our guile will not waver until we have won. Though our histories differ, our presence the same. We all had our places we needed to flee. Now we are your tale, now we are your home. We all are wayward souls.
Hello, everybody.
Yes, we're on the internet.
We're on the internet.
Just start screaming.
Ah!
I'm leaving.
Makes me think of that Full Metal Jacket.
No.
Ah! I want to see your poor face. Hello, everybody.
Ooh, that looks so fucking good.
Yeah, it
Well,
does.
what are we looking up? Sorry.
Ooh, fuck. That's a good tattoo.
Aw, yeah.
It's very fitting
Very cool.
for certain things, for certain characters.
Mhm.
But with that being said, welcome everybody to Wayward Souls. We are picking up where we left off last week. Tensions running high, conversations deep and rich, bonds building, and bath times being had. Cam, did you make popcorn, or am I having a stroke?
What?
Okay, you made popcorn. I thought I was having a
No,
stroke.
I'm having a sandwich.
I smell popcorn. I think I'm having a stroke.
You're having a stroke, man. There's no popcorn. I don't smell it.
Oh, fuck.
Farewell.
Anyway.
You guys are such.
In
You guys
the
are
same
such
building
great
doesn't
roommates.
call 911.
Yeah, it's fine. He gets a new desk.
Time like
Call
the
once he's
fucking
in the
ambulance
room.
and stuff get here, he's already dead.
Yeah, that's true. I'll get into it after D&D, but the ambulance takes 10 years here. As we last left off, a number of you all kind of bonding in various ways, others deciding that secrets needed to be shared. Both the secrets of Sinclair, the Kraken, and Cobb, and their time with God's mongrels, as well as the first Battle of Concordia. But it wasn't just the crew's secrets being shared, it was feelings for one another, feelings for other members on the crew. It seems the time in Tagora grew you all closer, despite its stresses and chaos. And as the day drifted, as work was being done by some of you and rest was being had by others, Malachi, Flint, you were awoken by a horrid scream. The screams of the 1T ship captain as he's hauled off by a large figure. You could hear Cobb's voice, and two shorter figures. As they drag him away, you hear him hollering and screaming, his nails scraping and carving down the wood floor as he's dragged down the hallway. Do you try to suppress this? Do you try to kind of ignore it? Go back to sleep? Do the two of you look out the window? What do the two of you do?
Flint looks out the window.
Yeah, like watch what's happening, and then like I'll go peek out the window to see if I can see anything.
Right. For you to look out the window, you would have to get into Flint's bunk. Because you're on the top bunk, right?
Am I on the top bunk?
I'm fairly certain you're on the top bunk, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the big people went on top.
Yeah. As
I'll
you
like swoop down and look under.
hang down.
Jump scare. Yeah.
The two of you looking out the window, you would see the individual being dragged off away down the docks and over towards the tavern itself. You can see that they are just being hit and pushed and shoved, purposefully tripped and thrown down onto the dock just over and over and over again, just trying to make them walk a few feet, but them stopping them every single step of the way. It's going to lead to nowhere good.
Would I have heard the screaming from my bed?
Yes, as it gets outside, you would hear it. Actually, what is your perception?
12.
You would wake up and from hearing the screaming of the captain, kind of eyes fluttering as you look over, and you would feel a shadow looming over you, as you'd see the kind of haunting, shimmering eyes of Thorin looming over you, as they're just looking down at you.
Kind of just sign to Thorin. What is happening?
They sign back. Do you want in?
Is it that time?
They sign 40 nails.
Alright. Kadon will stand up. And, last night he would have actually, like, taken the pelt off and fucking, like, held the pelt of Mishkala all night. And so he would, like,
Okay.
that's his comfort from last night. And he kind of, like, wraps it back around him and, gets back and follows.
Okay. As you're making your way with Thorin, they stop and sign the others. As they point to the lodge house.
Let us ask. They do not have... Most of them do not know the sense of betrayal of losing the grotto. But I'm sure they would like to partake if they are part of the crew.
Thorin nods.
I'll go. And, up to the rooms.
Okay.
I'm not quiet.
All right. So you go down to the rooms. Do you enter them, or are you just knocking on the doors?
I just open the doors. I have no boundaries.
All right. As you enter the crew quarters, the door swings open. Malachi and Flint, as you were looking at the window, the door flies open. You turn around, and you just see Kadon standing in the doorway.
Is it our turn?
No. What do you want to partake?
In what exactly?
14 nails.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Can you tell me so I can tell him?
So you're aware of the ritual. There is a nail for every crime that they commit. It is something that happens in Concordia. You've never experienced it, but you've witnessed people who suffered from it.
Mm-hmm.
There are pirates you've encountered in passing, in battle. They'll have nails permanently embedded in their hands, their body somewhere, and they need to keep them in for a certain amount of time. If you hear the term 40 nails, it usually means they're being nailed to a piece of wood and left there to die.
I'll just look at Flint, making an example.
I'll go.
Okay. Should I ask Magnus?
Sorry. Pat's face.
I have a feeling that he probably won't like it.
Okay, I won't ask Magnus.
Unless you want to be nice and, at least invite him.
Okay, but he's probably going to tell me no
Probably.
and give me some wise proverb from his book. I could ask Magnus.
Do you open the door or do you knock?
I just opened the door.
As you guys, as Asta and Magnus are fast asleep, you fly in.
I just stand there again in the doorway, waiting for them to look at me.
What is happening? I was like, as soon as it's a loud noise, Asta would immediately be on the ground with the anchor.
That's one
I
way to
just
do it.
kind of hold up my hand like, it's not the bear, it's just me.
Boy, you scared me. I was sleeping, and it's not because you might be better. It's just instinct. Loud noise, sleeping.
Oh, I understand. We're making an example of the traitor. 40 nails.
What?
We are going to the traitor, the one who sold us out to the pirate hunters. We are going to nail him to board.
Oh my. Small board or like really big board? Like ship? Are you like nailing him to the side of ship to make example? Like that board?
No, like board that will go out and like sit out in front of Grotto.
So yeah, sometimes when it's done, they'll nail you to like a piece of wood that is just in or just above the water. So when high tide comes in, you're just getting all that salt water in those wounds, and you just have to sit there and suffer.
Well, the nails also rust in your body.
Yep, and you usually die of starvation or tetanus before you properly die. It's a rough way to go. Thank the Spanish. They're the ones who invented.
This is a real thing that the Spanish.
It's not called 40 nails, but it is. There is basically certain Spanish pirates would nail people to the sides of the boat.
Damn Spaniards.
It's pretty metal, if you ask me.
Nope.
I wouldn't.
Anyways, do you want to come partake or watch?
Is it only the traitor, or is it the person we captured too?
I believe just the traitor.
Okay. I wouldn't be able to agree if it was just that person we captured, because I feel like they don't deserve to just get nailed. We should probably just let them go. But these guy, I don't know. Sure,
Yeah.
I go watch just in case no funny business happen.
I look at Magnus.
Well, I can't exactly turn a blind eye and just wish away that all this is happening. I should, No, I'll be there just so. I actually look at what's happening in the face.
You see looming, shimmering eyes in the dark hallway behind Kadan. And a dark silhouette standing in the back, just watching
We
him.
see that?
Yeah, both of you.
Who's behind you, Kadon?
I just turn and look.
It's Thorin. You know it's Thorin. Thorin looks spooky in the dark.
I'll look at Thorin and reach out in his mind. Oh, Thorin, you're here too, I see.
How are you?
Oh,
Huh?
I'm special. You can actually communicate with me and I can understand you.
No one can hear?
Nobody can hear. It's just me.
I like that.
So if you need anything, you just reach out in mind, go, Asta, I need to talk. And then I don't even have to be there. I just have to be around.
Okay.
Also, you have very nice voice. I did not know what to expect.
Thank you. The
So-
silhouette like spookily fades into the darkness and goes downstairs.
Thorin has a very nice voice, guys.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Have I heard them sing before?
You have, yes.
That they do.
Right. So where do we go?
Tavern. I am going to go now ask Lady Mint and Uno.
Okay, I should probably get dressed. I only in pants right now.
What is wrong with being only in pants?
Maybe we need to fight.
I only wear pants.
Oh, okay. I copy you then. I just put boots on and I leave.
They're hell yeah. I'm so for that. There was a bit of confusion last session on how Thorin sings. This is like exactly how Thorin sings. It's a specific style of
Oh.
call singing. And it's very siren-esque.
Okay.
They do it sometimes on the boat. You'd be aware of that, Kadan, and it freaks out other ships.
Good. Alright. Let me go to Tavern and ask Mint and Uno.
As you head in, you would see that person being dragged down the stone dock, closer towards the edge of the Wayward Sun. You see the other prisoners being gathered as well.
I kind of just start pointing, like a conductor at an event, just kind of start pointing the people who are following me that way. I'm just like, that stone duck. I'll go grab the other.
On the way, Magnus is just looking through his holy book on what happens to those who are treasonous, who are traitors. Just
When I see him doing that, I'm
up
like,
on that.
when I see him doing that, like, are you looking for ancient proverb to say?
No, I'm just looking for what the punishments are for treason and traitors.
Oh. What does your god think of treason?
Do I just make something up or do?
Oh, I have some stuff.
Okay.
You gave me the bones of a religion, and I went. Well, I pulled a me. A few
other things I add to here and there, but this I don't.
For the most part, they treat treason much like they treat heresy. It is seen as like you are committing the great sin. You are committing divine betrayal. Betraying your brother is the same as betraying your god. It's very kind of all hand in hand.
Okay. So there was a thing that I had where it's like the religion believes that everyone is doing what they think is right, but we try to also bring understanding to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But that would be like
someone
who betrays someone else's trust, I guess.
Yeah, it's like being completely ignorant of that. Like, you're trying to be understanding, but you're being completely ignorant of all sides and just an opposition force to every different viewpoint except for your own. Like, they like, it's to the point of like, no, there's no reasoning with this person. Kind of like that, like in the same realms of like that heretic you were hunting, like that you mentioned previously. It's like it takes a lot to get to the point where they're like, that's betrayal, but it's still, they do have a clause for it, and it's like betraying, whether you're betraying your faith or your neighbor, it's kind of hand in hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, what it does say is those neighbor who betrays their neighbor is akin to that of who betrays their god. I don't know if we typically doesn't have a remedy for the crime that they die or something, but
So, if neighbor was to steal neighbor's apple from tree, is that as bad as betraying God?
No, a deep betrayal, like trusted neighbor and you killed his dog, sort of thing.
Oh.
Stealing of an apple, it's a little more grey. What if they're hungry? What if the neighbor did offer them apples once and they thought it was okay? No, theft isn't as a heavily punished crime as betrayal.
So something like this, your
But people
god-
died as a result of his betrayal, right?
Yes,
So,
ultimate punishment then.
yeah.
Anyways.
As you continue to the Stone Dock, Magnus, and Kadan, you go to grab Mint and Uno. Uno would just be at the table still, working away through the organization of the files and the paperwork and documents of the grotto in place of Sinclair, while also keeping Stumpy, who is asleep in a bowl, from stabbing anything or getting a knife.
We are doling out punishment to the traitor. Do you wish to partake?
What kind of punishment?
It is what we pirates call 40 nails.
And the other prisoners?
I do not know what they are getting, but I know for sure the prime traitor is getting 40 nails.
Can I ask you something, Kadan? What are you going to do when they want you to deal with Alicent? When we first went down there, you said that she's in charge and she's responsible for all the bloodshed. You said you would gladly put her head on a spike, rip it from her shoulders if you had to. And then you spared her.
I still believe that she is the one that caused us to leave home. But we did not need more unnecessary bloodshed. Regardless of it, what is the saying that people say about sight being 2020? But Malachi is wanted because of my actions, but I still do believe that she should pay for what she did to us. We had to flee from our home for 6 months. We come back to our former crew hung up, dragged out. I never said I would protect her when she was in our custody. Merely just said she'd give herself up for her crew.
I'll come watch.
While that conversation is going on, there is a knock at your dormant.
A knock, you say?
Mhm.
Well, she'll stir and then pop on her mask and... Who is it?
Another knock.
She'll just go ahead and open the door.
Thorn
But,
is
like, just
standing there.
Oh. Hello.
They stop for a moment, their hand kind of raising, getting ready to sign as they just reach their hand out.
Mint will take it.
And they kind of pull you a little bit as if they're going down the hallway.
She'll follow.
All right. She leads you downstairs. And she just
All right.
points at Kadan.
Oh, and I was just going to get you. Seems that you have already been retrieved.
Indeed.
We are going to punish the traitor. Do you wish to partake?
I suppose so. It seems like a fitting task if I'm part of the crew.
Well, even Magnus is going. He is not part of crew.
Oh,
But I think he is just observed.
I see. Well, what exactly is happening?
This is what we call 40 nails.
Are you all walking and talking?
Yes.
Okay, as you're all making your way to the stone dock, you're explaining to Mint what's going on.
7th time.
That's gonna be a meme now. What are you doing? What is called 14 nails? Yeah, say that next time you ask me what I was doing.
What are you picking up there? Exactly
14 nails. Did we just discover the stupidest group name ever?
I can't wait for our crew to be named 40 Nails.
Cool, man.
As you go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, as I come up behind Magnus, I just give him a just to let him know I'm here.
All right. As
I'm also
Magnus
spooky
friends
like
with
Thorin.
as you make your way over, just coming up, Flint and Asta, you would have been already over here, witnessing them hold down the Yuan-Ti captain, and Cobb put a knife in the base of his jaw, splitting it.
Oh, I was like not far behind Asta.
So like,
Oh, I know, but this is while that conversation was going on. You would be coming up as they're splitting the jaw Yeah.
Oh.
Are they doing it on the ship or on the stone dock?
on the stone dock.
they're like cutting his jaw like this.
Yeah, where are we going?
So they are
What's happening?
So they are bisecting. If you've ever seen Blade 2, the vampires in Blade 2 where their jaws like "Rah!" Yeah, they're splitting from like just under the chin, right in the middle. Yeah, right there. Like right in the middle of the
Arbiter?
chin. Yeah, like the Arbiter.
Yeah.
They're making
That's exactly what I was thinking, you know.
Wart. Um
Is he on the game
What about?
board here?
I'm not moving anything because I have everything set up for the next morning. So that's why I just have the shot as the grotto at night. At night. As they split his chin and you hear this blood-curdling scream, you all kind of pulling up. The small crowd that is mustered is mainly the officers and kind of key members of the crew, with a few people that were aware of the betrayal and wanted to see wanted to see this Yuan-Ti pay for his crimes. They split his jaw open, and as he's screaming and crying, the blood dripping out, trying to muster words, as his tongue almost really has no way of control, as if you split the jaw, that splits the part of your tongue that's tied to the bottom of your mouth. The blood dripping all over his chest. They grab his jaw, pulling it open, holding his head down to a board, and slowly start inserting nails into the either side of the split jaw. Grabbing his hands as he begins to squirm, nailing his hands, forearms, elbows, and even his Achilles tendons, feet, and legs to the board. And they slowly lower him in the water. Very few words are said, and the only thing that is truly heard is the blood-curdling scream, and the sounds of the few pirate hunters that you also have captured, trying to keep in what little lunch they have been fed. You would hear the tide washing over him, the screams going from like a ah!
I touched my holy symbols. I looked at the captain in the water. I just listen.
A quiet, faint, singular word.
Mm.
as you were all standing around. Cobb stands up.
Magnus just has his hands in his robes, like
Okay.
the whole time watching deadpan.
Cobb stands up. Looks to Thorin. Hands Thorin their hammer back. Cobb looks to Kadan. Captain says, "Your prisoners, your decision."
What's up, pirate hunters?
He nods.
Even the French lady?
Yep, she's a pirate hunter. We need information out of them. They need to be questioned. That's what Thorin's here for. Keep it on the stone dock. It's easier to wash.
Alright.
He goes over to the kind of rope and pulley that is set up to keep the individual on the Yuan-Ti on the board just above the water, and you kind of watch him untie it as you hear the gurgling and the bubbling as it's submerged deeper. Cobb takes a cigar out of his pouch, lights it. Surprised you watched. As he looks at Magnus and keeps walking.
Magnus just gets out of his way.
He pats Flint on the shoulder as he walks by.
Flint does not notice. All he's focusing on is the sound of the gurgling. And he has a smirk on his face.
Can I? Is it noticeable? Can I perception for that?
Yeah, can we see that?
Everybody, what's?
I don't.
I'll say everybody, give me your passives, but Magnus, roll a perception check because you were kind of watching him as he walked by.
21.
14.
14.
Also,
Mint fucking notices that Cobb's wearing different shoelaces. I don't fucking know. Jesus Christ. I'll never.
Passive perception?
Yeah, everyone's passives, and then what's the roll you got, Magnus?
14.
14.
13.
Okay. You would have been able to notice the pat, but not the smirk, because it's like just a very subtle kind of curl of the mouth. Mint, however, you notice with your absurd, all-seeing snake eyes.
All right.
I love the
I
all-seeing
think we'll
eye
keep note of
gamers.
that.
Eventually, the gurgling would
I
stop.
didn't remember this.
Alison Dubois is standing with her men. There is one man missing.
Is it the one that got crumpled?
It is the one that got folded and healed. Yes. He drowned. As
He
the
did not survive his wounds.
as their cage is slightly in the water. As tide came in when he slept, he drowned.
Damn, what the fuck?
He can't stand. He's folded like a fucking lawn chair.
So he's like this, just like
Yeah.
he's got like the fucking cast without the cast. and
Basically.
Oh my god, what a horrible way to die.
Jesus Christ.
Crippled
I mean,
for like the
vomit.
rest of his life, and then put in a cold cage in the fuck outside, and then just can't do anything while the water just laps into his fucking mouth and drowns him.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
The few men that are there, a couple of them are bracing each other to hold themselves up, as they are quite wounded and disfigured. Not malnourished. Like they get fed once a day. The prisoners do get treated better than you'd expect, but they get fed once a day.
That's more than I got fed.
Yeah, what the fuck? Me too.
Oh, you also.
Yeah, same.
Not the comparing slave stories. How much would you get? I got a crumb. I didn't get shit.
I didn't get
They-
it.
Damn.
the pirates at the grotto, your crew, feed the pirate hunter prisoners.
It's that meme that's
hardtack.
like, you guys are getting paid?
They get fed hardtack and a small scrap of what's known as cut meat once a day. Cut. It's the scraps that usually fall on the floor. You give them to dogs or livestock animals typically. It's mostly fat a lot of the time. It's not great, but it'll satiate you.
Okay.
Alison Dubois, the elven commander of the pirate hunters that took your grotto, some weeks ago, I should say.
About a week ago, wasn't it? We were all not gone that long.
It's been about a week, but
Week and a half-ish.
I was thinking 2 weeks, but no.
by now and like getting back from Tagora, it's been about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's standing there.
I walk up to her.
She stands tall, chin slightly tilted up. So
I believe you. Your conditions were fine.
they were better than expected. I did not expect to be fed, let alone my men. I was completely ready to give them all food that was given to me as an officer, but we were all treated fairly and equally.
It would seem that we treated you better than you treated us, as I kind of look back to where they had hung the old navigator.
She tries not to look. That wasn't my order. Order of
Whose
superiors that were here.
And whose order was that?
My commanding officer stopped here to oversee that all operations were delegated properly. She stands and just kind of tries to keep as calm as possible, looking into the faces of death in front of her.
What is your captain's name?
Make a persuasion check,
Let me grab my dice box real quick.
of course.
Oh.
Persuasion check. Yes, Kadon is gonna be so bad. 15. Roll a
Okay.
14.
He is a prominent captain within the pirate hunters. He was an admiral of the coalition. I cannot just give you his name. That is treason.
Well, what is the punishment for treason? Death. You stare death in the face no matter what you do.
The punishment for treason is imprisonment. It is far worse than death.
If you tell me, we will not return you to your kin for you to be imprisoned. It'll be much more simple here. If you don't tell us, we could put you in a crate and tell them you committed treason anyways.
Make an intimidation check.
Can I add my strength?
Yes, yeah, no. As any strength-based character, I allow that. Yeah.
Yay. And I have proficiency. So it's a 7. Natural 20. 27.
Whew. She swallows. She looks at you. She looks back at everyone. She looks at Thorin, who is just rotating their triangular dagger in their hand. His name was Admiral William Orderly.
Type that in the chat.
Ah, perfect. He was a
Oh,
he was a prominent admiral within the coalition and their navy. He chose to join with the pirate hunters when they requested admirals volunteer to guide a sense of military prowess with the fleets.
All right. I guess another question I should have is obviously word has spread that you have lost the grotto. What is to stop your kind from coming back?
I guess there is nothing stopping us, but it was seen as a failure of an operation. We did not charter any maps here. We stumbled upon the grotto.
You stumbled upon somebody who knew the location of the grotto. As I gesture over to where the captain was just nailed.
Yes, in a manner of speaking. But we do not have a map or a way to get here. Well, the only maps we have are on the Painted Lady.
The Painted Lady? Is that your ship?
She nods to the ship that is in the bay. That isn't the Wayward Sun.
So, in the maps, would it be... Oh, no, there's no maps on there, or she said that...
The only maps they have are on that ship, but they're not chartered maps here. They followed the captain, or the captain guided them here.
Okay. And your admiral, he wouldn't have charted the map?
He only came here via the portal system we set up, which was destroyed.
Good. So we are off the map.
As most grottos are. The only grotto that is able to be tracked is Sharktooth's grotto.
What is Sharktooth's grotto?
You're aware of Captain Sharktooth. He's kind of a laughing stock within the pirate community. He has a grotto. Anytime he sets up a grotto, it gets taken. It's been taken by other crews. He gets them taken by other, bandits. He gets them taken by the coalition. They usually get captured in some way, shape, or form.
So he's just having the worst time. Okay.
He's a terrible pirate.
Nice.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it. Alright, I don't think I have any other questions. I'm gonna look over at the Vanguard. I'm just gonna kind of look to all of them. I'm gonna look at Malachi and be like, okay, Malachi, come. I'm just gonna gesture to Malachi to come here. Because he's technically crew.
I go over. What?
You are technically crew.
Yeah.
I look back over here, Mint. Come here.
I'll just step away so they can have their little chat.
Or hop on over. Yes.
Wait, who all was there when Kraken said crew word?
Flint, Mint, and Malachi are all crew. Asta, Uno, and Magnus are not.
Alright, Flint, you too.
Yeah.
Alright. I have asked her all important questions I should think of, but I think you all have bigger brains than I do, so maybe you should ask more questions about crew stuff. I know that the name of Admiral who came here, they don't have maps. Or if there are any maps that could indicate where the grotto is, it is on the Painted Lady. That boat over there. And portal systems destroyed, so no one can follow them back here.
Do you know who ordered this whole thing? That's what happens, right? She got ordered to do this.
It was her superior. Checked in. It was Admiral William Orderly. But you weren't ordered by him, you just stumbled upon somebody who was willing to betray, yes? As I look back to her.
Admiral William Orderly only told us to... only arrived here to make sure that this was a stable position to hold this part of the seas. There is nothing more that he had want or need for.
Okay.
What else do we need to know?
I don't know. That's why I asked you all. Flint, do you have any questions? I mean, you're freshly wanted by pirate hunters. Any insights?
If I don't know that they can be trusted or anything that we would ask them. I don't see much of a point, to be honest.
She seems pretty trustworthy. I have a question unrelated to grotto stuff, but I'll wait until after.
Is there, like, routes that they go through to look for pirates?
Oh, that is a good question.
Should we get a map?
There is maps, Painted Lady, and we have somebody.
Maybe she can point out where on the map they might go through.
Mint, do you have a copy of your maps?
I'm assuming she does.
Yeah.
So she'll just whip something out. Yeah.
As you pull out your maps and kind of look over them, you bring them over to Allison, and she just looks at you. Still nervous, still standing between you and the few remaining of her men.
I mean, just gives her, like, kind of a reassuring look. Despite, you know, everything. And then she'll hand over, like, just, like, a little, like, pencil or something for her to write on the map.
There's a little piece of charcoal. Effectively, she doesn't draw really anything, as your maps do have trade routes already written on them of merchant vessels, which is what all of the pirate hunters follow, because they know pirates attack merchant vessels, and if where there's merchant vessels, there's pirates. It's easy.
Valid point.
It's easier to follow the major trade highways and look for pirates there than it is to just search the open sea and hope to find one.
Whoa, I had good idea. Where is closest pirate hunter outpost?
That is a smart question.
The closest one here is... she goes and... Tagora is recently setting up. That is incredibly close.
Yet about Agora. That was my follow-up question. Hypothetical question for you.
There is another pirate hunter outpost just along the coast, near Peterborg. There is another one not too far from here that we've all but lost contact with towards the aisles here. She points to the aisles along the edge of the like kind of tip of Lythandriel.
All right. Are there any on the direct route from here to Concordia? Is there any along that path?
Not from here to Concordia, aside from the one we lost contact with.
Okay. All right. Follow-up question.
Okay.
Unrelated to pirates charts and stuff. Say, hypothetical question here. Somebody here killed a bunch of pirate hunters, a bunch of cloaks. Hypothetical question.
Do you mean blue cloaks?
Yes.
Oh.
Like, we're talking, like, probably, like, 10 of them.
Oh. I would be very afraid for that person.
Okay. What do you think they would send after this person?
If you started moving up in the world, killing pirate hunters and moved towards direct coalition soldiers, killing enough of them, you would be brought in front of the tribunal. You would be labeled as a war criminal. You would be seen as no different than the Alexdrin, and the armies of the coalition would come after you. You would have much worse problems. We are equipped with the hand-me-downs and the stolen goods. Even the best pirate hunters are given scraps and forced to pay for their own equipment, whereas the coalition is a funded, ordered government. Their navy is the best in the land.
Kadon just stares blankly.
Hypothetically, that person would be fucked.
The rest of us can hear this, right?
100%.
Hypothetically.
Well, that is good. This is only hypothetical question, right? As I look to Flint, Mint, and Malachi. The person is not real. They are only... This is just, if we accidentally did that, Oh.
Mint's eyes just dart around, but she doesn't say anything.
Malachi's just smiling.
Okay, that's good knowledge to have for just in case we encounter blue cloaks. Don't kill them.
I think the only thing you could get away with is maybe killing some initiates, lower level soldiers within the army that haven't gotten too high up within the ranks.
Hypothetical question again. Sorry, got to keep asking. What if it was one of those guys with the flaming sword and the snappy finger hand glove thing?
An aspirant, if that hypothetical person was able to kill an aspirant, that wouldn't entirely be possible.
What if I told you totally possible?
If someone did manage to, a pirate managed to kill an aspirant, the Knights of the Coalition would be looking away. The higher-ups and other members of the Order. There's a number of things that would be aware of your existence.
Okay. Alright. Kadon getting like a little choked up, like nervous. Just kind of worried right now. Alright, that is good to know. Thank you for your information. We shall not kill an aspirant in the future.
What happens to me now?
Well, You know, when I first was told to go retrieve you, I told my crewmates here that I would gladly rip your head from your shoulders. But like I said, it was before I met you.
So, what happens now? That does not answer my question.
I look to the rest of them. What do you think we should do?
Kill them. Thorin pushes out.
This is what does the Kraken say? This is democracy.
Democracy.
We put it to vote. I will not be the sole decision.
I don't have a word here. You will do what you will, and I will be witness to it.
Magnus, Asta, Ono, told
I
me
didn't
you
realize we had a say because we're not part of the crew.
you might not be Kraken's crew, but you're my crew.
I say we let them go.
Agreed. At least the captain, anyway.
They've told us what they know, and I feel that's square. They've killed your people, we killed their people. I think square is square. We let them go.
The thing is, I understand that it's not that easy for Kadan. As much as we'd love to just let them go, or at least her, for being a victim of circumstance. We are also a victim of circumstance here.
Hold on. Here, step away from her for a second. I have a private question to ask you, Kadon.
I step away.
Just so she doesn't hear. All those hypothetical questions you just asked her, do you think she has any inkling on what just went on? Is there anyone who actually thinks we did have wanted posters in Tagora? At least you did. Sorry, not we. I did not.
You probably have wanted poster now.
To avoid her treason punishment, she may have new information on the destruction of Tagora. I don't know if... Just a thought.
So like
Just a thought to put in your head.
we put her out like fish on hook to get information.
No, I'm saying if she goes home, we might be fucked.
Oh, that is valid point. Yes, I might have just screwed up, huh?
I don't know.
It was important information to have. I had no idea.
Maybe Sinclair has like a mind wipe spell thing. I don't know. Hopefully, maybe. He's not here though.
Do you want to go ask him?
Would have thought he would have been here.
Sinclair tends to stray away from the violence of the rest of the crew.
I'm watching Thorin.
I mean, this is just private enough so that the captain can't hear it. Everyone else can
Thorin
hear it.
is throwing their hammer at the ground, having it bounce, flip up, and catching it again.
Jesus Christ.
Does not
cool.
anyone
She's so
else
cool.
have that
That's kinda hot.
concern?
Maybe, but what if we like drop them off on a different part of world? Like we are going someplace else, are we not? Why don't we just drop them off there?
Oh, we could drop them off at the abandoned pirate hunter place.
See, we just drop them off someplace else, and then we didn't kill them. They have to figure out how they go home.
What's
But
the
They
stop
still
them?
eventually-
What do you think they would do to her if they found her?
Like,
Let's just do her a favor and kill her. She's
Alright.
probably dead already.
so
Minnie
So-
kind of shrugs at that. Well,
You could offer her position in crew, see if she take. She
I
might
think-
be out of
I don't
options.
think that would
I
go over
don't
well,
think she-
Asta.
yeah, I think she's.
I think it would be a good idea, but I don't think she would accept.
And
Nor would many of
It's
this
either
crew.
join or die.
Oh, here, I'll ask. Make it real simple. Like,
Yes, she's
go
out
over.
of
Well,
options.
hold on. Do you think the Kraken would be okay with that, though?
Kadan,
She can join my crew. my van.
What's to stop
Yeah.
her from betraying us once she's closest?
She learns the story of the bear, and she figures the rest out because the bear will come out if she betrays us.
I was like, yeah, I don't think betrayal would be very high on her list because she would not get very far.
Yes.
Especially after the example, and he'll point to where the gurgling guy is. That was just made.
Let me set example with weakest hunter.
I like your idea, Thorin.
One who's most likely to die.
Going to. All right. I go ask. Thorin, you come along.
Thorin is bouncing the hammer as they're walking.
Oh, she's so
That
cool.
is so menacing. All right, we have proposition for you. You do
okay.
not have to die. Possibly. I'm reluctant. Not reluctant. I am leader of the vanguard for the grotto here. We sail ship, we go out, we scout ahead from the remained vessel and our main crew. Yes? You've probably heard of such tactics amongst us pirates.
I've heard of when pirates have fleets, they have a vanguard that has a smaller keelboat or a sailboat, or sometimes the vanguard is just on their ship and they swim. They're the scariest of the pirates. But you do not seem like that. No offense.
Yes. Very nice pirates here.
I'm sorry. It's just a deadpan. Very nice pirates.
I kind of look at her and just like, you can serve the vanguard and or die. That is your choice. The vanguard.
The vanguard and or die.
I am not the greatest bargainer.
I don't know if all of my men are able to serve aboard the ship.
Yeah,
Con-
about that.
Connor is gravely wounded. Liam walks with a limp.
But are you willing to give up your life of pirate hunter to serve or to work with pirates? You will not serve. You will be part of crew.
It means
else?
that or die. I accept.
Okay. And Thorin showed them what would happen if they were to betray us.
They throw the hammer at the ground, and as it's mid-bounce, they kick the handle of it. It flies into the knee of Connor as you hear the crack. He just goes, ah! He falls to the ground. Thorin rushes up, grabs the tri-dagger, and just puts 4 triangular holes across their stomach. Grabs them by the hair and drags them off and walks away. You would hear them screaming until they get about near the bar.
Are we understood?
You see 2 of the other pirate hunters. They throw up. Halicent shakily shakes your hand.
And I kind of like, she's standing up still.
Oh yes, definitely.
And I guess if we are going to work together in the future, it is best you know that I am the one who killed 10 blue cloaks and an aspirant.
This is typically information you share with people before making a deal. I signed my life away to be executed.
It'll be fun.
Right. Fun.
But just let that be known. There is part of me that I do not have control over. I get upset easily. So if you betray us, I will get upset easily.
That's how he killed 10 blue cloaks.
she's just like wide-eyed staring at you like,
Oh,
uh-huh.
done.
Okay.
Crew.
As you all disperse and head to bed or to work for the evening.
I just want to ask, like, the group, like, one thing before we all disperse.
As you're walking away, yeah.
Do you think I handled that well? Was that very captainly of me?
I thought you
It
did
was
very
something.
good, Captain Kadon in the making.
Kadon, just
did well too.
be prepared if your father disagrees with this decision.
We will see.
I think you did very well, except that just that one thing that I already talked to you about. Yeah, I don't know if all those hypotheticals were quite as obvious, quite as discreet as you might thought they were, but
Who
Like I
knows? This might be very good for us too. Now that they are on site, we might learn more information they are withholding.
all this could successfully flee from us and
The thing is,
done.
I believe if they know that I am capable of killing an aspirant, they do not know that it is just. They do not know that I turn into other person.
They might find you such a threat to the coalition that it's the sworn duty to now escape and go tell their king.
The only person that would be aware of how long it takes to be an aspirant is Mint. It takes 12 years to achieve the rank of aspirant. There
Bro,
is
you kill doctors.
there
I killed a doctor or a lawyer. one
there
of the two.
there is
A doctor,
no
lawyer.
there is no fast track to becoming an aspirant. You have to work your way there through time.
So I think
You
I
can
think they-
skip it, and you could fast track skipping it. But like, if you're like, I want to be an aspirant, you work your way up from basic as a squire all the way through. It takes 12 years.
got to go through your, what is it that doctors go through, fucking before they become true doctors.
Residency?
Yeah, there we go. Residency. There we go. Got to go through your aspirancy or whatever.
God damn it.
That just sounds like a respiratory disease.
Are you adding
Or-
that to the lore?
I just gotta look at Magnus and just. I'd like to try and believe that there are better sides to people than betrayal.
I do too, but she is very loyal. And once extremely loyal to one thing, it's hard to break that.
There are things that her captain, her admiral, did that she did not agree with. We treated her better than they treat us.
This is true.
I believe that there is a weakness in that loyalty of hers. And if we can break through that weakness, she will be a valuable asset to our vanguard.
I hope
And-
so. I like her. I think she's a good woman.
And plus, if we do have vanguard, we do need crew. We do need, if we get ship, might as well get people we know who can sail ship, right?
As the day passes, or the time passes, you all return to your beds. You get some sleep. Those of you in the those of you in the tavern, so I believe it's just Mint and Uno, would hear the cracking of bones all night long. In the morning, I assume Uno, you are the first one awake. You don't sleep, but yes. You would see put out on the little kind of square dock, kind of where Lemon is residing with Linnet, a tall flagpole with a wheel on top of it, of a wagon. And cracked and woven between the spokes of the wheel is Connor, the pirate hunter, as he is put on top with a small flag that is spinning him slowly with the wind.
Okay, maybe we might have overdone it. Now she's going to betray us.
Before the sunrise comes, I climb that little high spot.
Okay.
And I watch the sunrise.
Okay. As everybody slowly begins to wake up, I'm gonna open an image that gives you an idea
Oh.
of what happened to the man.
Why do you have an image of this?
Cuz
For science.
for science.
Science.
What watch list are you on now that you had the
Oh.
Ew.
It's from Berserk.
I was like, I recognize this art style.
I mean, depending on when everyone wakes up, once the sun is risen, I come back.
Okay. Everyone will be slowly waking up. Everybody wakes up very early today. Maybe not the Vanguard, but the rest of the crew is up and getting ready to set sail and leave the grotto. The ship is being loaded, the sails are being ready, the Painted Lady is being set up, manned with cannons, as well as their sails being redone. It is a ordeal that is undertaking.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
This is if I find tea that's good for the throat, I'll make some and I'll bring a cup to Thorin.
You make a survival check.
It's your throat come tea.
Oh fuck! I rolled a nat 20.
Hell yeah.
You find the right herbs and you make a nice herbal tea that helps coat Thorin's throat.
Shut up, Pat.
It's the DM's fault, okay? He made this joke too many times. It's out of my brain.
I just take it to her and I just say, it'll help with your throat.
They nod and take it. As everybody slowly, the rest of the crew slowly beginning to wake up, the rest of the Vanguard slowly beginning to wake up. The Kraken, after you have breakfast and you eat, you get ready, you get dressed. Flint, are you still wearing the armor? Are you going to stick with the armor that was given to you by Sinclair?
Yes.
Okay. As you put the cloak on, put the armor on, you kind of look at yourself, put your jacket on, look at yourself in the mirror. You draw your rapier. You draw the other sword. You just give them both a hard look. As the broken longsword illuminates.
There you are.
Not a feeling, not a summoning word, but just a willingness to use it.
You're gonna come in handy. And I sheath it.
Okay. As you sheath the blade and kind of make your way out, everybody else going, you having breakfast. Is anybody specifically helping the crew with boarding duties?
Me.
All right. You are, just because you are a big woman, you are handed crates, and you are made to just load both the Painted Lady, though that doesn't get much, and load specifically the Wayward Son.
Okay.
You're just bringing crates on, coming back off, grabbing more crates, bringing them on, helping everybody essentially load what they need.
Oh yeah.
Could Mint also help, but while she is helping load stuff, can she check on the front of the ship where she saw someone dump stuff and see if there's any kind of a form of plant life, as weird as that is?
They're
Help on the side of the ship, stuff like that.
not really, as the ship is getting ready to leave. It's been cleaned over the past few days. There's not a whole lot of plant life on the side of the ship. Yeah. Nothing reachable from where you are.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Because she was just gonna use talk to plant life if there was. Be like, hey, you notice anything? But in that case, is Uno around?
She would be. She would be moving things on. You would be told by Sinclair that after the ships are loaded, orders are going to be given out by the Kraken and Cobb to make sure the Vanguard's around, as you're the only senior officer with them.
Alright. Actually, since I'm just right there, I'm gonna just mention to Sinclair what I happen to see. Like, I don't know if it's important, but just in case.
Could be just someone tossing a love letter off. People get lonely out here. I wouldn't think too much of it. Some people get mad and throw their books away in the water when they're done with them. It's bizarre, but it happens.
For fun and fitness, can I do an insight check?
Sure.
Yeah. Being a detective for things I don't need to detect.
Hell yeah.
That's good. Just an 11.
They don't seem to be lying to you.
Okay. Well, then Mint will nod and help with what she needs to do, then otherwise wait for direction.
All right. You would see Uno as you're helping loading up the ship. Uno, are you loading the ship in full armor, or are you like dressed down, similar to like Magnus also dresses down?
I only have chainmail, so I constantly wear that and
Okay.
Gamberson? How do I
Gambeson.
say that?
Gambeson.
Okay, Gambus. Okay.
All right. Anybody else helping load the ships, get anything ready? Asta, you would be forced to help load the 8-pounders and the 12.5s onto the 12.5s? No,
Okay.
just the 8-pounders. Load cannons onto the Painted Lady. As you are big and schmusly.
Would help with any like heavy lifting.
Sure.
For loading up the Wayward.
Mainly helped loading up the Wayward. The Painted Lady isn't given much. It's given like it replaces the ballistas with cannons, and they replace the sails.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then just while I'm moving stuff around, if I bump into Mint, I have a question for her.
Okay.
Yeah, once I guess we're done loading, I want to talk to Leonard.
Okay. Uno, Mint, you wanted to talk to Uno?
Oh, no, I was just kind of wanted to mention that to anyone, really, the little...
Oh,
someone
okay.
that
That you
knows
saw
about
someone.
stuff.
All right. Kadan, you want to talk with
Mint. Yes.
All right.
I'll just like in the middle of moving stuff. Mint, I have a question to ask you.
Yeah.
I am not going to lie, it is slightly embarrassing for me.
Well, lay it on me.
You seem like you are a very intelligent person, yes? You're
I'd
one
like
of
to
the
think so. Occasionally.
you are one of the smarter people I know. I was wondering, in our free time, would you be able to help teach me how to read?
Oh, I'd be happy to, Kadan. And then Mint kind of smiles with her eyes.
Thank you.
I've actually taught quite a few people, so that should be no problem.
Perfect. I do not know how to read, and as we all learned yesterday about Kraken's daughter, my sister, she likes stories, and I would like to be able to read her stories when she is well.
Of course. Well, then I'll be sure to pick up some, I guess, storybooks in a sense, and I'll help you learn those ones first so you can get right onto it.
Perfect. Do you think we will see bookstores? I would like to maybe pick out the book once or pick out the book.
I hope we eventually see some soon.
Are you running out of things to read?
I'm assuming so, right, DM?
Yeah, there's not a lot in there. It's mainly just like books on the jungles of Lythandria. Like it's a lot of boring books that the former navigator had. The jungles of Lythandria, like plant life and you, things like that.
Oh yeah.
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 Fun shit.
Exactly. Looking for something with a little bit more entertainment.
Kadan, you would see larger crates being unloaded as new cannons are being put on the Wayward Sun. The 12-pounders that are on the Wayward Sun, 4 of them being moved to the Painted Lady and being replaced with 32-pounders.
Jesus. Is the Kraken here?
Yes. The Kraken's just kind of overseeing everything.
Does he see me?
Yeah.
Does he make any judgmental eye contact about my decision last night?
No.
Okay. I will wait. Talk to him once we are done.
Okay. Gathering everyone after both ships are loaded. Billy calling as many people over as possible. Hey, over here! Over here! Hello! Hello! Please listen! Come here! Vanguard! Crew! Lower deck! Powder monkeys! Everybody over here! As everybody slowly begins to gather, the ships are now loaded. Any food that you'd want to gather, any snacks, or anything at this point you'd want to gather to take on the voyage should be on your person. So if you want to take something specifically from the bar, I would take... Yep, you could grab that.
I'm grabbing Stumpy.
Grabbing Stumpy.
Do I have time to talk to Leonard, or
He's
You would be talking to Leonard after this.
okay? After
He's the muscle.
Okay.
We already served food here. We have to get her on.
Any preferred foods?
Like if you're really wanting a specific type of wine that they're not going to be making sure they bring because it's just extra weight, then make sure you grab it. Or if like, say they only grabbed rum for the most part, or they only grabbed like certain liquors, like, and you wanted a gin, make sure you're taking what you're wanting to bring. Because food is going to be served on the ships, but it's kind of very generalized on what is being brought.
Okay, I think I already
Yeah.
put the wine I bought in my bag, so...
Yeah, so you would already have your wine, but if you're wanting, like, I want to make sure I grab a fucking basket of oranges, make sure you grab a basket of oranges.
Okay.
To fight off scurvy.
Scurvy.
Scurvy dice.
Yeah, roll it for scurvy.
I go up to mine and Maury's treehouse, and I grab some of our flowers.
Okay.
Aww.
Do you just you pick them, or are you
Like, I'm taking,
depotting
like,
them?
I'm like depotting them and putting them in new pots,
Okay.
and that's so that they could come on board.
Okay.
So, Lemon just stays here, right? I don't know if we get attacked. I don't know if Steven should be on the boat.
Lemon, the only animal that comes with them regularly is Mango.
Mango, my best friend Mango.
I mean, I'm bringing Stumpy.
Lemon, I don't know. Lemon comes along if
Lemon comes
Maury
along,
wants to bring them.
yeah. If Maury needs to bring them or wants to bring them, like it's a long, like they're going to be gone over a year, then he'll bring Lemon. But Lemon's pretty big, and he doesn't like shrinking Lemon down, where the Kraken doesn't care. So
that's the most deplorable thing you've ever said about him, is that he doesn't care about what his animal thinks.
well, he cares. He cares about Mango, but he doesn't like if you got to be shrunken down for a year, you got to be shrunken down.
Is Mango the captain?
Yes, Mango is the Kraken's.
He's valid for that.
I'm gonna steal his cat.
I've never. How innately in tune with animals are you? I know they're drawn to you, Malachi, but how like are you? Like you could be like, that's a red-breasted sparrow. Like, do you know animals well?
Professional bird watcher.
Or
Yeah.
I don't know why I went with birds, but
Malachi did a lot of learning as a kid, so part of that would be about creatures.
you'd be aware that Mango's not a normal cat.
What's the vibes?
Feral animal. Like a wild
Cat
beast.
is not a typical cat.
Like it's the equivalent of like someone being like, "Look at my kitten," and they're holding like a lynx.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, look at my puppy. That is a wolf.
That is that man. That's a bear.
Why is my dog so big? I'm like, oh, okay.
That's a bear cub. Anyway, if you want to bring Steven, you can, but he can stay here. There are a few members of the grotto that stay behind.
Monkeys guns.
I don't know.
Why is this a trend?
This is how we win.
There's a few members of
Give Steven a choice.
Okay, you ask him, and he kind of just looks at the boat and then like pats his head and shakes his head no, like he just doesn't really want to be on the water.
I don't know how long I'll be gone.
I can give Steven something to do to keep him busy while he is here.
Okay. Did you hear that, Steven? Or
I trust you,
I think he
Steven.
likes that idea, yeah.
Oh wait, I
You
can
speak.
speak.
You can speak monkey.
Yeah, I was like, why am I talking to you to tell him I can speak this? As I start speaking monkey at Steven.
As he waddles over and just starts like kind of like scratching his tummy.
Alright, Steven, come with me.
He's like waddles over.
I take him to the treehouse, and I'm gonna show him like the plants that I didn't unpot, and like I'm leaving here.
Okay.
Like, you take care of these, you water them, once a day.
He like takes the watering can and he like shows you that he can pour it. He's not pouring anything, but he just shows you he can.
Alright, you take care of the plants. There are plants.
Good boy.
He like nods.
Oh, I grabbed some of those herbs for Thorin in case she wants me to make that tea for her again.
Okay.
And then listing, and I point to like the little like tree hanging things, like what we have in the branches. Like, this can be your home too.
He starts like climbing up. He like hangs upside down.
I love him.
I give Steven a high five when he's hanging upside down.
He high fives you.
He's fucking happy as fuck right now.
The things I do with my arms while I'm doing monkey noises.
He's on the verge of frenzy. Jeez, I'll be right back.
Don't rile up the monkey.
Who's that ape? Whose food is this? Whose toes are those?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Are you excited for supper?
Yeah, yeah.
Just like,
Just loses its fucking mind. Yeah. Are you? Whose dogs are those? Just loses his fucking mind.
You know those videos of those monkeys just spinning around like
yeah.
fast? I wanna see him do that once. We're gonna hype him the fuck up.
Oh god.
Is Chef coming?
Yes.
Okay. Did you give Chef all those spices that you got in Tagora?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. He's bringing a
If he
portion.
was not coming, I was going. Oh, actually, I'm gonna take some from him anyways, just in case we are on different vessel.
As all of you are gathered, everything you need is brought along. Billy, Mr. Washburn, the bosun, stands up. Alright, does everybody have anything they need? Everybody got what they want? Nobody needs to grab the favourite teddy or anything else? I'll take the silence as a no. Got it. Few orders of business. We're going to be taking along the painted lady along with us for sale, or to just give it for a spin, see if we want to keep it for ourselves. But for the most part, we're going to find a place to sell it off. We know of a few vendors that will take a boat of its flaming nature. I think that's it, really. We're making our way back to Concordia, boys, as you hear a bunch of the members of the crew as they begin hooting and hollering, kind of throwing a few things up into the air. It's been quite some time since most of these men have been back to Concordia. All right. Captain, take it away. Billy hops down with a resounding his half-giant nature, making him heavier than most. The Kraken steps up, kind of sauntering, resting a hand on a crate, looking towards all of you, the Vanguard, looking towards the rest of the crew. We're going to be setting sail for quite some time. And because of this, we will not be making regular stops back at the grotto. We need to make our way to Concordia, which requires a number of stops on the way to gain access to Concordia. My son needs his weapon fixed. A bit of hesitation that you notice, Kadan. Not wanting to directly reference your collar, knowing it's a soft spot for you. In order to do this, we need papers, a secondary ship, or there's a few other avenues we are going to look into. We could sail up with the Painted Lady, but it being a known pirate hunter vessel, it might be shot out of the water before we even exit the bay. So, all of you, I need you to mount up, get ready, grab anything you need, and say goodbye to our beautiful home for some months. There's other orders of businesses we also need to stop off in Carspater and a few other places to drop off our travelers. So a long journey is ahead. Looking around at everyone, the Kraken kind of holds just a moment of silence as he looks over everybody, the crew, new and old. The Painted Lady is far too heavy to drag along in tow. The Wayward Son could take it, could handle it, it being a larger vessel, but it'll be much easier to sail it. I'm going to give this duty to the Vanguard. That means Thorin, Mori, Cobb, I need you over there to oversee everything. Where the fuck do I have to go? As Cobb yells out.
Eyes. When he hears Cobb has to come along, he rolls his eyes.
You're the first mate. It is your duty to oversee secondary ships. They're going to have the navigator, so I need Sinclair on my boat. Therefore, you need to sail it. To give you a chance to make nice with everybody. Other than that, if any of the Vanguard tastes being on the Painted Lady, we can discuss that further. Our new members of the crew, pirate hunters. Fucking wonderful. They're going to be on the Painted Lady. If they move weird or do anything that you think is remotely out of sorts, execute them. The order falls on deaf ears. The crew kind of all looking towards where the pirate hunters are all standing collectively together. Them wearing pieces of their pirate hunter armor and uniform as they kind of seem nervously standing about.
I look at
joking. That was a joke. You can all laugh. As you hear the odd, like, ha ha ha, come from the crowd.
Can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Kadon will stand in front of the pirate hunters and look at the crew, especially Cobb. If these crew have not done anything and you wish to seek dropping or letting their blood flow, you'll have to go through me first. They are my crew, and I will take care of them as such. Let that be known.
A few of the crew members nod. The storms look to be pretty tame, but we are going to be running into the odd one. So be careful, nail down what needs to be nailed down, and make sure you have your ropes with you. Other than that, let us go before the sun gets any higher in the sky. The crew begins kind of floating onto the vessel. The Painted Lady is pulled closer, and the small crew begins getting onto that. Not many people for the Painted Lady. It is only a keelboat, so like a crew of one could sail it in harsh conditions, or in extreme situations, I should say.
Are we taking that boat?
Yes, you guys are taking the Painted Lady, unless you all disagree.
Also, head on to the Painted Lady. He's gonna get himself set up in the kitchen.
There is no kitchen on that boat.
No!
There is the gun deck, which is a small room with a bunch of storage put into it, and 4 cannons, and a couple ballistas that were just taken apart or dismantled and put in a corner, as they were the former defense for the ship. And the 8 or so beds for the 8 or so people that this boat can fit. It is a keelboat, so it is a max, like a crew of 6 and like 7-ish passengers can fit on this boat.
There's like 7 of us.
Yeah. Not super heavily. It's meant to be a small little scout ship. So it's a standard size boat. Not as small as a sloop, but...
And the journey is going to be long to Concordia?
You are in the Dead Sea, so you're kind of near in between you're past Petersburg, but you're in the Dead Sea area, so like in between Titan's
Past
Claw.
Petersburg on the west side?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know how long the voyage is going to be to Concordia?
No, just due to storms and other things like that.
Okay.
Who, as you all load up on the boat and get ready, let me switch scenes here.
Doesn't yet. He'll basically go say goodbye to Sinclair.
Okay. Walk over to the other ship. Sinclair is currently sharing maps with Mint and making sure that their maps are both identical. The charter that they're going to take, how they're going to get there, how they're, basically in case you guys get separated, you still can end up in the same place. Stopping locations for the voyage, places you need to stop for resupply, places you need to stop in case you need some money, things like that, raiding locations, piracy locations, things like that. And as Mint, and unless there's any conversation with Mint and Sinclair.
Nothing really. Just I'll just check then. Head on to the other boat.
Okay. Magnus, you come up to Sinclair, and they're closing up their book and making sure they have everything. Kind of observing the top deck as everybody is getting ready and mounting up to set sail.
And it's just us in the room.
No. This is like on the top deck.
Oh.
Yes. Is there something I can do for you, Magnus?
No. Well, I don't know how long this trip will be, and I was just going to say, I'm going to miss you. And Magnus looks around to see if anyone's looking, basically.
Nobody's directly paying attention. Billy is like currently trying to like tie a knot on an anchor, and it like the rope is just tearing. It's just like a piece of shit rope, and he's like trying to just get it all tied up. As you're kind of nervously looking around, observing the deck, Sinclair leads in, kisses you on the cheek. There's many
I was supposed to do that to you.
There's many stopping locations. Don't worry. As long as the seas are fair, we'll be able to talk or see each other. It's not like we're going to be separated on different boats for months on end. We're going to the same location anyway, and as long as things reign true, we'll be going and landing in the nearest port where we can give the Painted Lady to a fence, and then you'll be on the same ship as us.
Okay. Alright then, well, I suppose safe travels to the both of us.
Safe travels to you.
Magnus will kiss Sinclair.
Okay.
And then goes on the other boat.
All right. As both ships set off and leave the grotto, the Painted Lady passing by Kadan and Maury's little treehouse, you would see Steven just hanging in the tree, waving at all of you.
Back to Steven.
As you are getting onto the boat, Leonard would be having your conversation with you, Uno, as like everyone's getting onto the boat. Leonard would be getting onto the Painted Lady.
He's coming with us.
He's gotta fucking leave somehow. What's he gonna do? Fly?
No, I like on the Painted Lady, not the Wayward. Is what I meant.
Oh yeah, he doesn't want to hang out with a bunch of people. It's loud.
We're buddies. We're friends.
So at least half the crew here isn't just like bloodthirsty pirates.
Yeah. As let me pull y'all over to. How do I pull you over here? To the game board. As both ships set sail. And
I say bye to Mango before we set off.
Give Mango little scritches. All right.
Yeah.
As you are talking with Leonard, what's the conversation like as you're, because he'll silently walk next to you for hours if you're walking with him. He's very much a you talk to him and then he'll talk to you type.
Oh, okay. Just sort of like, you've been a paladin for a long time.
I'm quite old, yes.
I've been trying to do my best to do what my mentor taught me, do what I've always done, and try and help, and it seems like I've made things worse. And without my mentor's guidance, I'm sort of...
Sometimes people don't want to hear the truth. Sometimes, when you think you're doing the normal thing, that's actually the opposite of normal. You're different than everybody else. You don't see things the way everyone else does. Sometimes you look at people and be like, hey, this needs to be said, and it fucking doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying?
I think... But how do I know when...
It's life, kid, you don't. You just piss people off and then you die.
That's the plan, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Will you be staying at the Platinum Isle?
No, I'm gonna get as close as to I can to God's Bridge and then go piss people off there. I got some work to do and there's some things I need to see.
So... I shouldn't continue what I'm doing?
Keep helping people. Just accept the fact that you're gonna get punched in the face eventually, and that's just the life you lead.
She kind of like shrugs and nods like, fair enough. I didn't want to tell you at first, but maybe it's important if I get killed. Bertrand. The reason I need to go to the Platinum Isle is to find out where he is. We were taken, and he was sold somewhere, and I heard a location they might have sold him, but it's... don't know for sure. And if I can't save him... I at least want someone else to know.
Alright. I'll do my best if you fucking die. I'll make sure you don't die, probably, but,
It's a tough job.
people die pretty easy. Everyone thinks that, oh, it's just babies that are squishy and easy to get killed, but everyone's kinda just this big sentient baby. You know... Yeah. See, like, I'm gonna go have a drink. As he walks over, to where the storage is on the ship. And as you're setting sail, as the sun begins to pass in the sky, the waves crashing against the side of the Painted Lady, I need everybody, as, you know, we get all set up and set sail as the Wayward Sun is off and moving like a synchronized, like gears in a clock. Everyone has their job and has their place on the ship. I need you all to delegate your tasks.
Okay, it's not the seasickness roll thing. Fuck.
Me and Magnus sick again.
So delegating tasks. There are multiple tasks, as technically Cobb is here to be your captain.
Great.
However, he doesn't like sailing ships. He is not that type of pirate. He enjoys traveling and fighting.
He likes murder.
Yes, he's going to delegate the sailing of the ship to one of you. So, one of you needs to be the captain. One of you needs to be the bosun. This ship is not big enough for a surgeon or a cook, so that doesn't matter. Some of you need to be gunners. We need at least 2. Or if you only have 1 gunner, it's going to be disadvantage. And we need one of you to be a powder monkey.
Not it. Not it. Not it.
Well,
Gunner, I guess.
I
That's it?
mean,
Gunner and Powder Monkey?
Gunner and powder monkey. There's also one of you to be a quartermaster, but that role is already taken up by Mint, as Mint is your navigator. And a lot of quartermaster duties and navigators kind of mix. So Mint is the...
What are the jobs?
All right, I'm going to put them in chat.
Oh, thank you so much.
Captain, Gunner,
Oh my god, cat.
bosun, Gunner. Wait, hold on. I'll do
What's a bosun?
Bosun are the people that keeps the rest of the crew in line and delegates commands. They choose. They're the one who's called. They're the one who's calling out to hoist what sails. They're the one who's calling out to tighten certain ropes, to make turns and things like that. They are the one who gets the ship going and moving. The captain is going to be like turning the wheel and kind of giving out orders, while the bosun is making sure the rest of the crew is fulfilling those orders.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Like Billy is the bosun of the Wayward Son. He may seem dumb, and he kind of is, but he knows his job well.
I mean, Billy's been teaching me, so.
Bosun, powder monkey.
But I feel like
Gunner.
Kadan still knows more about ships than I do. Question mark.
Kanan would be the captain, I think.
On larger vessels, like if this was a traditional sailing vessel, you would also need a carpenter and a bunch of other shit. But for now, we will.
Kadan will do whatever.
All right. There we go.
What does a powder monkey exactly do?
Powder monkey runs shot, gunpowder, and refills the guns for the gunners. The gunners aims and shoots. They got to be fast, and typically it is given to gnomes and halflings and children, because most of them need to be small because certain vessels' gun decks are very short.
So not me.
Well, this gun deck is large, as it is a storage deck that has been converted to a gun deck.
Here. It's Mint, I think. Is Mint the shortest?
Yeah,
She's
but
the
Mint's-
But Mint is your quartermaster.
And she's already the quartermaster.
Yes.
Nope.
Other roles on a ship, in case you're curious, there's a sailing master, a surgeon, a cook, a carpenter, a master of arms or a master of war. There's a bunch of stuff.
So there'll be one person without a role.
You can have multiple powder monkeys, but there's also there needs to be people who man the sails. They're just the crew. There needs to be some of you that man the sails. You have a few extra people, so if you all wanted to just man the guns, because there's 4 guns, so technically you could have 4 gunners, but their mandatory is 2 slots, because there is one side and there's 2 sides. So one gunner mans 2 guns, and another gunner mans the other 2.
I'll get Kadan will do captain.
You're the only one that really knows ships.
Yeah.
So
I was about to say, like, I
kind of
can't-
delegated.
Uno learns quickly, but she hasn't been able to be taught everything.
Yeah, you know what that means. I have to go bond with Cobb.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
if you do not want to be captain, the navigator, quartermaster, Mint, can be the captain, and then someone else has to take that role. Meaning, like, if you guys keep this ship and you dock somewhere, all the talking, all the getting supplies, all the deals.
I mean,
I think
the
that
best
Mint's
leader
captain.
the best leader knows how to delegate tasks.
I think if Kadan does not want to be captain, maybe Flint.
Flint definitely could be captain.
I don't think that responsibility should be on my shoulders.
Maybe Flint, you are
Natural.
Flint. Maybe you are bosun. You have singing voice. Yes, you are able to project.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can bosun.
You
So
are able
Don, does that mean you're going to be the captain then?
Bosun
will go-
also has to be very good with knots. Also, just like good with rope, thick like.
You know what? You haven't practiced tying a noose for the people you're gonna kill.
Hey, listen. What I do on my own time.
All right. I can read out the actual like what these things duties are.
This is really important, Kyle.
If you're very, 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 very curious. But boatswains are boatswains, bosons. There's a number of ways of saying it. They are meant to supervise all duties on the ship. They are in charge of making sure if say Jim and Liam are your two tying your knots, hoisting your sails, making sure things are up to snuff, and they don't, that falls on the bosun. It is the bosun's fault. It is the bosun's job to make sure everyone else is doing their job. And it is the bosun's job to make sure everyone else who isn't doing their job is disciplined accordingly. They are the manager, effectively. They're not the boss, but they're making sure the floor staff are doing their fucking job.
I trust you with that, Flint.
It sounds very Uno-like too.
The captain, in a D&D sense, the captain is going to be the one controlling the ship in a combat and navigational sense. They're choosing where to go, and it all falls on them to make those roles. Their experience as such can affect that. None of you have the experience as a captain. The only person who has any type of experience in any of these roles is Uno as bosun, due to her time with Billy.
Haven't watched the Kraken.
You've watched the Kraken sail, but you can watch a person drive and never learn how to drive a car.
I mean, if Kadon, if you're uncomfortable doing captain, I could try it if you want.
Oh God.
No, I am fine doing captain.
Good.
I have to confront my demons one of these days. Was I kind of side-eyed to calm? No, just it is metaphor.
Oh,
Okay,
Okay.
so we've only got one other person as a role right now. Let's.
what do you want me to do?
I think. I mean? Maybe you are Powder Monkey. You are very strong and fast.
Okay.
So Kadon's captain?
Yes.
I swear,
No
if
way.
you assign me Powder Monkey.
No, I just said
No
Asta
longer
as
friends.
Powder Monkey.
I know. There was possibly two. But
Maybe.
So you have...
Might be very convenient.
I guess I'll just kill people on a gun. Cannon.
Want to be in the gun.
Priest with a cannon.
Priest of the kid.
So you have 5 extra crew for manning sails and making sure other things are being done.
Could we put them on guns and then have
You
Magnus do sails?
you
Can I be in
you-
like the lookout tower?
I was gonna say Magnus is good at climbing. He'd be great at the sails,
Yeah.
wouldn't he?
yeah.
Let's
So
let's
that definitely okay. I'm actually just gonna add the role of.
sail guy.
I'm just gonna I'm just going to add. It's typically only on a sailing ship, not a keelboat, that have a sail master. But I'm gonna add sail master to the list here. That is going to be basically the person who answers to the bowsman and makes sure all the sails are nothing's busted, nothing's ripped, everything's tied. Because the bosun is not going to always climb all the way fucking up. Sometimes they'll get somebody else to go do it. That's what the sailmaster.
All right. I will Powder Monkey and I will assist with sails because Powder Monkey obviously won't have to do much.
But you could carry so many cannonballs, you know. I know I can carry
Be
many
very colored
cannonballs.
gunpowder, aren't I?
Possibly.
Oh, the lightning and the gunpowder. Wait a second.
But he has control of lightning,
Yeah.
yes? You know, you just
but
don't...
Here's the thing: when I get mad, like we're in combat, I get all sparky all over my body. Remember?
So if we're attacked and you have to reload the guns, is that such a good idea?
Maybe I should be powder monkey.
Maybe.
Can you carry cannonball?
They're only 8-pounders. Or 12-pounders, sorry.
I hand Flint 2 cannonballs. I'm just like, hold these.
What's your strength?
My strength is 8.
You're holding these and you're like, oh!
I'm glad we double checked.
You're able to
gunpowder part.
You're able to hold them up. Powder Monkey has to do the whole thing. Powder Monkey is moving cannonballs, loading the cannons, cleaning the cannons. You're the runner basically in a fight.
All right, I'm a gunner.
I was like, "Oh, you can handle gunpowder, and I will fly with you. I carry you plus things. I shove them in cannon, and you do the rest."
Unstoppable.
I could probably carry you plus the cannonballs in each arm. Or I can just do it and we risk blowing me and the ship up.
I trust.
Why blowing just you and the sheep up? Why not
We were
the
in a
rest of
bath
us?
together and you didn't execute us, but like I said, it was not combat. Combat's a little
Yes,
different.
yes, but when we were in Bath, I wasn't mad.
Exactly. It's your karma. In battle, there's excitement and
Yes.
all that.
Okay, what the Okay. How about Magnus is on sails and look out, perhaps. You know, you'll be up there.
Lookout can be just dictated to anybody. So it's just whoever can get up there the fastest. Doesn't really.
So Magnus,
Yeah.
we're
Maybe
lost there.
Yeah. It's not like a specific role on a ship of this size, just because the roost up there is not existent.
Malachi, what if you are Powder Monkey? You're pretty faced.
Mm-hmm. I really want to.
What do you want to do?
Mm.
Excellent.
Aren't you getting paid to be here too? Like
I have a little bit of knowledge on where everybody should go.
She was with us.
So did I. So did I.
As Allison stands up.
Oh,
This is-
what's you think?
This is why you are alive.
I personally think that the sails should be manned by your strongest individuals. So your sails should be manned by you, as you point, just for the sake of brevity, because she doesn't know all your names. She lays out Flint as Uno as bosun, Flint as a gunner, Mint as quartermaster, the sails being manned by Asta and Malachi, and the rest to be just delegated as needed. So like nobody's assigned a gunner. It's just nobody's assigned a powder monkey. It's just whoever's not doing anything.
Magnus narrows his eyes at this French bitch. I was on your side to spare your life, and you didn't mention me in any of those except for the very last roll, which you kindly left out. I swear.
I'm not saying that you have to be the powder monkey. I am just saying that maybe you should have.
What if we call it less offensive role, like Powder Man?
The Powder Master.
It's too late.
Well,
It's already been dictated. I know what the fucking role is.
It's different on this ship. We do things our way.
Well, a powder monkey is a powder monkey. It has nothing to do with monkeys. It's more just due to the smaller nature of the people that were originally assigned the role.
Addison, I would stop.
You should stop while you are ahead.
You're right. There is a difference between a monkey and a monkey. You know what? The fact that you know the difference is impressive.
I grew up in the jungles for a few years.
Well, so do a lot of the coalition, but they just kindly, not so kindly, just completely ignore any of that. So,
I have an idea. As Maury,
fucking powder
as
monkey.
Maury comes down,
Maury, yeah.
I am afraid of all of this. All of your inexperience terrifies me. He says with the biggest smile on his face.
I love him.
He points at Flint, Captain. He points at Magnus, Sailmaster. He points at Malachi, Sails. He points at Asta, Sails. He points at Mint, do your map thing. And then he points at the entire group of pirate hunters. Guns.
You left me out.
You have the most important job.
What?
You get my job. Master of War.
Or you know I don't like fighting like that.
Fuck.
Wait, he didn't give me one either.
Bosun. He just shrugs.
Maury, why don't you captain?
I don't like captaining.
But this is different ship.
Yes, but it's same duties.
We are. Well,
What is
I am
it
not
called? Just do his fucking job.
well, why don't you go tell Cobb to do his fucking job?
No, you're bigger than me.
Alright, I'll go fucking tell him. This is Maury.
Oh,
You just hear it loudly. Cobb, do your fucking job.
Effectively? Yes. You would hear.
Oh my fucking god.
They're struggling. It needs you to do your goddamn job. What? As the two begin arguing and it just kind of loudly bellowing voices over each other. As Cobb comes over, just pinching the bridge of his nose. Fine. Just trying to give you a place to be captain, to control your little ship and just parent from the backgrounds.
Who are you talking to, Cobb?
Fucking everybody.
I offered. I even offered to put up with you to learn how to sail.
He stops for a moment, kind of blinks, and then...
Listen, we both hate each other, but what?
The faster he learns how to do it, the faster you don't have to be here, right?
Yes, but I still have to put up with him.
Yeah, but at least I don't smell.
He like...
Look at him.
Right. So for that, the duties go as follows. And he writes a duty list.
Man, we couldn't decide ourselves, so now the DM has to decide for us.
Yes.
He's like, I don't want you
We
guys
literally
sit here
asked
for
3
4
different
minutes.
NPCs what we should do.
We didn't even ask. We had it figured out. We were getting there, slowly but surely.
You could have given us 10 more minutes.
We were trying to be. Yes, we were trying to be fair. not putting Magnus on Powder Monkey.
And now
And I
Cobb
was
is
going to
there,
do
now
it.
going to be Powder Monkey.
I was very much going to do it, but then we thought I might blow up.
Which is, you know what, that's completely fair.
Yeah.
I do think that
Guys, we
Flint
have to
would-
gain more trust with one another.
I trust all of you. About as far as I can throw you, and I can throw you all very far. Except
Even-
maybe. Let me bear up and find out, as I kind of smirk.
Yeah. Oh, me and Bear can throw each other very far. We have already done this.
I do think that Flint would be good bosun. He is so good at projecting voice when he is singing. We were able to find that ship so well.
I think he'd be very good captain too if you did not want to do, because he could probably get very good deals.
Mm.
I do not know. I have not seen Flint wheel and deal.
You know, I've seen him get stabbed by old man, so that's got to be like.
Definitely. Yeah.
Here's your list.
I have seen Flint get stabbed.
Oh yes, I've seen Flint get stabbed a few times. He's very good at it.
Any complaints?
All right.
Well, I thought the job that you were doing was being captain.
No.
Wait,
That's kind of like why we pulled you over here.
I will teach someone how to be a captain. I'm not fucking teaching you how to be a captain.
And why is that? Because you smell?
Because of that fucking comment! I thought about, putting differences aside and maybe trying to figure out what the fuck the Kraken sees in you, but you decided to be a giant green asshole. So, no. I'm not teaching you how to be a captain. I'm not teaching you how to sail. I'm not even teaching you how to tie a fucking knot.
I know how to tie knots.
Fuck yourself.
Well, I may be giant green asshole, but at least I don't smell like asshole.
He just clenches his fists. Get to the sails.
let's not destroy our new boat, please. We need to sail this thing.
Get to the
Get this
sails.
how.
Oh my fucking.
Your strongest three should be on the sails. Maury is here to do fucking ape things. I decided not to make the obvious joke and make the monkey the powder monkey. You're welcome.
That is appreciated.
Uno's fucking loud and scary, so that works as the same as that moron Billy. And then, when he needs you, you go down and be a gunner, because we can get rid of the man on the sails if we get into a fight. Which, with this piece of shit, let's not get into a fight. Sound good?
Okay.
Oh, the boat's a piece of shit?
This boat is a piece of shit. Look at the glory and prowess of the Wayward Sun as it's sailing. Like, this boat is, like, the wind is kind of picking up in the sails a bit, and it's following along with the Wayward Sun. The winds are pretty easy right now. This boat...
That's hardly fair to compare to something as glorious as the Wayward Sun.
Listen, a turd's a turd, and this is a turd. Just because we stuck a few fucking sheets on it and made it go down river doesn't make it any less of a piece of shit.
Okay.
We're trying to sell it though, so you think it'd be lots of money worth?
You could probably make some good money on it. The wood's good. At worst, they'll sell it for lumber, but no pirate is going to want this. This is a good, ferry boat, fisherman's boat. They're like deep sea fish. Traveler's boat. I wouldn't call this a pirate ship.
Did the pirates in Concordia, or did the coalition take that back after all?
No, the coalition couldn't take that back if they fucking tried.
Oh, okay.
The pirate hunters.
Selling this to other pirates.
Yeah, for the or a fence if a fence will take it, and the fence will take a small fee, and we'll get the rest. So, go about your duties. Get to the sails. Flint, you get to the helm. So he makes his way up.
So people who do sails tie knots, and sailmaster does.
So you're making sure the sails are in the right place for the wind, to what the navigator tells you. A lot of this
Okay.
comes super more into play during combat, but for the most part,
I basically have to adjust the flags.
you'll have to like make sure that everything's in the right place, because like the people who are on the sails are just moving them to where the bosun and you get them to move to. All right. So, as everybody goes to their location on the ship,
Where do I go?
you kind of just walk about and help whoever needs help.
Oh, that's perfect for me.
Yeah. I need a survival check from Flint or from Mint. Sorry.
2 seconds.
Sure.
Oh, 18.
Not bad. Not bad. As you look over the maps, you watch the Wayward Sun as it begins to kind of slightly turn to the right. You hand the order over to Flint. Flint, you kind of look at the maps. You seem a little lost for a moment as you're kind of just looking at a charted map. Flint kind of points on the map and showing you the direction that we're just following a trade route as you kind of see this small dotted line that follows along the coasts, but not too far, still out a little bit in the ocean itself. And you give out the order, just roll a d20 and then add nothing as your inexperience at this.
8.
8. All right. I need those on the sails to roll a d20 and add your strength. Bosun, I need you to roll a d20 and add your proficiency.
Proficiency. Okay.
I got 19.
Okay.
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
I got 15.
Okay.
19.
Okay. All right. As you hear Flint very meekly call out, just yelling out some orders. You take a second, you interpret them, and then you give the orders. You need to veer the ship slightly to the right, passing it along to the sailmaster, passing it along to those who are working on the sails. The ship, you begin pulling the ropes along the side and getting the ship to slowly turn. It's a process, and you do begin to gain some distance from the Wayward Sun, pulling back as you are not catching the wind at all.
Oh, shit.
Not falling dead in the water, but definitely like fighting against the wind.
From what Billy taught me, can I say something?
Yeah, you definitely can aid with this, and like you are getting them to catch the wind enough to not stop dead in the water, and like that's what Billy taught you. But there's like a lack of communication with the orders coming from the captain. As the ship kind of begins getting distant.
Okay, isn't it my job to say something about that?
There is, but you don't know where you're going. So you need to go communicate. You need to either go talk with Mint, go talk with the crew.
Yeah,
just
I'll
get
do
them.
it.
Which one? Mint or the crew?
I'm gonna grab Allison since she's not doing anything right now, and then I'm gonna take her to Mint, and I'm just gonna let them know that we're falling behind and that we're not catching the wind.
Okay. As
And I'll let Flint hear this too. So we
yeah,
can
they're
all
side by
be
side.
copacetic. Yeah.
Okay. As the information's relayed, as fuck. Flint, roll. Give me another d20.
It's at 18.
Okay. How would you command the ship to kind of synchronize a bit?
I guess I would instruct the sails to catch the wind. Is the Wayward Sun still in sight?
Yeah, still in sight. It's about like 140 feet ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
I would instruct to turn towards the ship and I guess that would be it. Like, that's what we need. Sails and direction.
Okay. All right. Relaying this to Bosun, to Mint.
Yeah.
The order falls still. But Uno, you know what to do. As the bosun's job, you got to order everyone else to do it. As in, go say it. Go do it.
As in me right now?
Yeah, you go say it.
Okay.
Flint just told you, like, this is what we have to do.
Okay. Can you repeat that again?
Sails in the direction of the wind.
Yep.
Keep the sun in tow.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I go out to the deck. Who's up there right now?
Everybody.
Malachi and
There is no below deck. There's a gun deck, kind of.
All right.
Yeah.
My brain. Why can't I remember the words?
Okay.
One more time.
So, for the sake of brevity, yeah, what I'm asking you to do is, Captain, voice what you need your crew to do. Crew,
Yeah.
make rolls for it. Bosun, if the captain's orders are a shitty roll or a low roll, then it's the bosun's job to interpret and make sure that everyone else knows what's going on, or the ship falls behind or falls dead.
So I'm rolling.
You are saying because you were right there. You only have to interpret if he rolls bad and you're not right next to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then I just go give orders.
You just go actually say what needs to be done, and then everybody else can make a roll.
Then I just repeat what Flint said.
Okay, sure.
'Cause my brain is short circuiting right now.
Dear God. Okay. For fuck's sakes.
I'm sorry.
As time passes, I'm just going to cut this for the sake of brevity, because it's not working. Everyone's...
We're stupid.
You all looked at Boat and we're like, okay. Orders are given out. A little bit of the wind is caught as Malachi, Magnus, Kadan, and Asta are able to turn the sails enough to catch the wind. You watch the sails as they bellow and are pushed out. The ship itself, the Painted Lady, begins catching a bit of the wind and picking up speed. The maximum that this ship can go is about 3 miles per hour. It's pretty slow. Most ships of the time. They're not going like 50, 60 miles an hour. They're fairly slow. But you're going at your top speed and are making good time. You see clouds beginning to roll in as day turns into night, as time begins to pass, and you spend your first day on at sea. Need everybody to make a survival check.
Oh god damn it! Is this the seasickness fucking roll?
No. Kind of, but no.
Mitten has a 16.
16? Okay.
I also have a 16.
15.
Okay.
13.
Okay.
Unnatural 20.
Okay.
24.
Holy fuck. Magnus?
9.
Oh, okay. So, Flint and Magnus, I want you to mark down that you begin to feel uneasy or nauseous.
It is the seasickness roll. God damn it! You fucking lied to me.
It's not seasickness. You're not throwing up because the boat's rocking. It's just a roll for spending time out at sea.
It's early scurvy.
It's early scurvy.
Early
early onset scurvy. You didn't eat any oranges this campaign. I've been keeping track. Your citrus intake's super low.
Oh shit! I ate a bunch of fruit at that goddamn tavern back in Turkey.
For the sake of travel and for y'all, at least for the first few sessions, unless we're in combat, I'm not going to ask you guys to do rolls for this ship. Because that was difficult. As you are all sailing eventually over time as the second day rolls in, and you're able to keep pace, but you are getting further and further away from the Wayward Sun. The Wayward Sun is much faster than you, and as it is catching the wind and staying with the wind, it does keep at a distance. Over the course of the night, as sails were manned by your extra crew, they ended up getting about a mile from you. As you're continuing to travel on this journey, Cobb gives the opportunity for other people to take the helm if they want to learn. We're going to use this as a way to get some skills. If any people wants to move around and do different roles, whether it be sails, whether it be bosun duties, this will give you a chance to gain the skill to get proficiency in them. So that way you're not just flat rolling. Not like sail masters, but like manning the sails, just like, you know, tying knots and pulling rope while you're fighting the wind, is always going to be straight strength. So it's just always going to be down to the biggest motherfuckers on the boat. But everybody else.
I'll take a shot at the helm.
Okay. So just roll a d20 for me. Anybody else moving around?
I was about to say, I'll try as many different positions as I can.
Okay, so Kadan's doing captain now. Day 3, Mint can do captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bosun.
You're going to do bosun duties? Okay, roll a d20 for me.
We got a good number.
Ooh, I got a natural 20.
Okay.
Not as good as that number.
All right, so you can add proficiency in bosun work, Magnus.
Hell yeah.
Neat.
Yeah. So
I would like to try navigation.
Okay. During day 2, Mint, do you want to assist Asta in that?
Yeah, sure.
So roll a d20 with advantage.
I got an 18 for captain.
Okay. So you get
I
some
got an
skill. You
18
don't
and then
quite.
a natural 20.
You gain proficiency in navigation alongside Mint.
You're natural at this.
I was gonna say, Mint's been teaching me navigation as well.
Yes, but you haven't quite, like, it takes time to learn it. So like you'll spend a few days doing it, but if you get that natural 20, you're just like, oh no, this makes sense. Got it. Malachi, what are you up to on the boat? I'm just streamlining this because y'all seem super disinterested in the sailing mechanics.
Not funny.
I think we're just dumb.
Listen, it's great when you have a big ship, but for a little ship, it's like everybody has to do something, and you need to do it. And if you don't, then the ship doesn't move.
What's taken right now?
Currently, Kadan's using Captain. Mint and Asta are navigating, and Magnus is doing bosun stuff.
I want to try quartermaster.
You want to try quartermaster duties?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll just have you also learn with Asta, because that's something multiple people can just do. So just roll a d20.
Min has like a class going
Yeah,
on.
Mint's doing a Skillshare workshop on how to.
It's just a flat roll, right?
Yeah. No, so you have advantage because Mint is teaching you.
Oh. 15.
All right, so you learn some skill. You don't quite get that proficiency, but you do learn some skill. You understand how to read a map now. Specifically, charter maps, which are a bit different. As days begin to pass, 1, 2, getting into your 3rd and 4th day, you watch the clouds begin to darken. The sky's getting worse and the sea's getting choppier. The wind definitely picking up and causing you to gain some speed, but this is just making the Wayward Sun even faster. In the middle of the 4th night, you hear it. The rumbling storm.
Uh-oh.
Okay, maybe I don't want to be captain on this day.
So yours will be on the. So I'm gonna get everybody's 3rd day roll. So Mint, can I get your captain roll? And then anybody else who wants to switch up duties on the 3rd day. This is for the 4th night is when the storm is rolling in.
Ooh, I got a 19.
Damn.
I'll try bosun duties.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoever's using bosun, I just switched spots with him. So whatever I'm learning is whoever I switched with.
Okay.
So I was doing sales normally.
Like, I'll
So
teach them what I know still, but, like, I'll do whatever duty they're doing.
14 for bosun.
You're
I'll hone the sailmaster stuff then.
okay. If you're gonna stick with the sailmaster, I'll give you proficiency in that. Magnus.
So I have proficiency in that and bosun.
Yes. Because you rolled the natural 20.
I have proficiency in bosun?
Yes. That's why I asked you to roll a proficiency bonus. What's up, Flint?
Oh, there's probably not much going on with the gunner, huh? But
Not unless you just want to like test shots, but that does deplete the ammunition.
yeah, that's fair. It's just that everything else seems to be like.
This is just I'm getting because days are just passing and there is not. It is open sea. There is nothing going on right now. You only have to roll a survival check every few days to make sure you're eating, to make sure you're not getting sick, not catching any disease. So, as of right now, it's pretty
Can I just,
lax.
like tag along with bosuning then, I guess, and try to learn.
You can learn, yeah. I'll just say this is a collective learning experience.
Okay.
Can I learn captain then?
Sure, fuck it.
You and I can practice being
I just
captain.
want to be with Mint.
You just go captaining. You know, for fuck's sake, any conversations to be had?
Yes.
I give up on the learning the ship. I'm just gonna give a fucking video. I'm gonna put it out, and then whoever's like, I really want to be a captain in this campaign. No, it's not homework. I'm gonna find the simplest gamer video I can find. That's just gonna be like, say you want to do ship like this. I'm gonna find a fucking TikTok. That's how short it's gonna be.
Captain America.
I need 60
So,
seconds
you
or
wanna be a
less.
captain.
I can't promise 60 seconds or less,
Okay.
but like under 3 minutes.
I'll
Oh my
learn.
Oh, dear God. I've never been so like defeated as a DM. I'm like, I got this cool mechanic. No one wants to do it. Got it.
It happened to me when I tried doing ship stuff in my campaign.
It always happens.
just-
We were in the ship game. Remember how that went too? Yeah.
exactly like
That's
this.
the same. Yep.
Exactly.
I'm gonna spend the week. I'm just gonna streamline ship stuff to just captain make roll. We're gonna fuck it. We're gonna use the 5e system. The captain make roll, and then everybody else just gets to hang out and have girl time, and they just talk, and they can do whatever they want. They can make food. They could chill. They could fucking work on outfits. They can have bathtub time, whatever. And the captain makes the rolls, and the navigator goes, "You're going the wrong fucking way," and that's it. We're gonna 5e this motherfucker.
It should be navigator and captain. Just pick the rules for us.
Oh my god. Rip TM, dude.
I wanna go home.
You are home.
It's not home if you're not in my walls, buddy.
That's so oddly adorable.
Also, the thunderstorm effect is gone, and you're just gonna have to deal with a medium rain.
Oh.
Medium rain.
Yeah.
It's like
Medium
So a light rain here.
Sounds like a shitty band name.
Medium rain.
We're medium rain.
I hate that there's rain medium, but there's no rain light. There's no rain heavy. It's just
There's heavy rain.
Jason.
Jason. All right. Any conversations to be had as it's starting to rain during the day?
Malachi had something.
It's like a light sprinkling rain. Malachi.
Just a quick thing. While I'm just like learning with Mint, and it's just the two of us for a moment. Malachi kind of like awkwardly nudges her. I haven't been able to mention it, but I do appreciate the letter.
I'm glad you liked it. And if you ever want to learn about more plants, just let me know.
Honestly, I'm actually interested.
Oh. Well, I'll be happy to help you when we have some downtime. I brought some books, and I have some drawings.
Well, when we have downtime, then.
For sure. But otherwise, you doing okay?
I mean, waters have been pretty calm, so
That's true.
I'm good.
That's good. I'm happy to hear. Well, I guess we'll enjoy this medium rain and try our best to man the ship.
I'm gonna die.
It's pretty mid rain.
I would like to talk to Flint.
I'd like to jump off the boat.
I would like to catch Magnus.
You're free to walk around the boat now. Like, you guys can go do stuff.
So defeated. So
Oh,
broken.
nightmare, buddy.
Oh, nightmare! It was cool idea.
Listen, the 5e, the way the 5e, like, because of Ghost of Saltmarsh, ship stuff works is so boring, because it's just, captain does like, the captain gets a stat block for the boat, and he controls it, and that's it, and then nobody gets to do anything else unless the captain says you're allowed to. So, like, if it's the gunner's turn to attack, nope, gunner can't attack if captain doesn't say he's allowed to.
Sorry, we like girl time.
So, well,
We do like girl
you're just
time.
gonna get fucking leisure time while Captain Fucklebuck gets to do everything. Whatever.
Living like Larry.
I could do a roll if you wanted to split it up a bit more. I don't really
I'll-
mind the rolls, but I didn't have a thing for any rolling or anything.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot to do as Sailmaster
So
with
I
the.
could do boasting if you needed, but
Well, I'm gonna streamline it and we'll figure it out another day.
I don't think any of us are against it. We're just like confused.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you guys. I'm gonna make a dummy's guide to sailing or something, and then I'm just
I
gonna.
was confused at, like,
We'll
what you
do
want
that,
me to
and then
do.
also the
Yeah.
rolls that we have to make. I just need a sheet.
Yeah, I'll make a dummy's guide to sailing.
Yeah. A guide
Alright.
of, like, what we need to roll. Or, like...
We can do it. You
If-
just have to introduce us to it.
If your torch is not on, turn your torch on. Otherwise, it's gonna be fucking dork.
Oi, oi.
torch.
I think I've turned everybody's torches on, but I might have missed someone. Maury.
Am I not? Can I not click on myself?
Me
Yeah,
either.
Yeah, I was about to say it. We're not in
I
control
have no
here.
control. I have no control over my life.
We are just sitting here.
I'm the only one, not the sheep.
The
There's
monkey
our
puppet
captain. That's
master.
our captain.
He's the one.
He is the one.
Oh, wait. Hold on, I gotta kill Flint.
Oh, goodbye.
No.
Bye.
Bang.
New Flint.
Bye, Flint.
New Flint.
Is anyone having a conversation?
Yeah, who's talking? Who's
I was
I
gonna talk.
would like to speak to Allison.
Sure.
And I would like to speak to Flint. Since we're doing bosun duties together.
All right. We'll do the bosun thing and then we'll do the Allison thing.
We got Flint, Mint, Allison.
You're right.
Y'all gotta stop.
Now we just need a dent or something. I don't know.
Magnus, Malachi.
Alright.
Wasn't there another name?
A Mint.
Oh yeah.
Just as we're doing bosun stuff, I'll look over at Flint. You've been on pirate life for some time now. How are you adjusting?
It's growing on me. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
At first it was really scary, but I don't know. It's kind of exciting.
It can be. I remember when Kraken first brought me on boat, I was much like you. Nervous, scared, worried about what the others might think of me. But I think you're on the uptake much faster than I was.
Oh. Like, are you seeing that, or like?
I am seeing it. When we first found you on that boat, you were so scared and so tiny. You know?
I'm still pretty tiny.
Yes, but now you have a little bit of confidence in your step. I can see it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course. You know, you do not need to be shy or scared. Especially here on the Vanguard. You know, we are all our own here. And if I am going to be head of Vanguard, I am going to make Vanguard welcoming place. I am not going to let it turn into pissing contest like Cobb had it be. And if you wish to, chime in, give opinion, we all are equal here. Your opinion is just as valid as my own.
Yeah, I'll, that means a lot to hear.
Of course.
I really, I mean, most of my life has been more of a being told what to do or how to do, and not so much, I'm not really given much input. So, to hear that, I'm not entirely sure what to do with it, but I appreciate it all the same.
Of course. Okay. It is interesting you did not have much say, and control over your situation, but from what you have told us, you did not come from a cage. You came from... But you describe life as if you were in a cage.
I mean, the only real decision I ever made that was mine was to join the circus, to learn how to be an entertainer. But then from there it was, it was more being told what to do, how to do, I haven't really gotten to the point where I started to find my own way through entertainment, it was mostly learning how to play, how to, how to act. But the artistry really never came yet. So I'm still learning. But I think this I almost shudder to call it an opportunity, even though in some kind of way it kind of is. I think this has been good for me. I think this is helping me learn how to become my own person, because I really didn't know who I was.
It is ironic almost, isn't it? They teach you to be afraid of pirates, yet they live life the most freely. And you are the most welcome here. And you have your place here, and you can turn into whatever beautiful butterfly you will turn into. This is the place for you to become the man you are supposed to become. And eventually, much like all of us, you have your... what is word? You have your problems outside of the ship that you want to deal with, and we will be there to assist. And we will help you clear your name, and unless you want to become the notorious Pirate King, Flint Lockhart, has ring to it, I think.
That sounds pretty good.
But
We'll see.
yes. Keep up the good work, Flint. And I pat him on the back way too hard.
Thanks, Karan. So, Bosun,
As
what do we do here?
as you continue on with your duties and doing your thing, Magnus, you make your way over to Alicent, who is just kind of speaking with her men. Her armor is kind of worked down, and it's for the most part the same, but she's kind of making adjustments to it as she spends time as a pirate. But currently, this is all she has. Yes.
Okay. Funnily enough, I remember her model being different, but I must be misremembering. I thought she had like tan skin and a scar.
She does.
Oh,
it's just
screwing me up.
it's just dark, and the torch also makes her look. It like kind of whitens her a bit.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, she has like tan, kind of elven skin. She has a scar on the side of her head, on her face.
Is she talking to people right now?
Yeah, she's just talking to her men. As you walk up, she kind of looks at you, gives you a nod.
Alicent, was it?
Yes, that I would say commandant, but just Alicent now.
No, not Commodore. Weren't you listening? Name is Magnus. And he extends his hand.
Pleasure to meet you. She like kind of nervously shakes your hand.
No reason to be nervous. I'm not really a pirate like the rest of these. I'm looking for a passage to... I always forget the fucking name. It was mentioned earlier. Cosbeta. And, well, I mean, they're not actually that bad of people. I've seen Coalition soldiers do worse, honestly. But, I mean, they are not without their acts of bloodlust either. But, tit for tat, I suppose.
I understand. It's just, I feel like I'm on the verge of being executed any minute now. It is a feeling I would have to get used to. That is all.
I mean, as long as you're around Kadon, he's pretty level-headed man. Just that that the inner bear that he mentions.
Yes, I've heard many things about the bear.
But no, you don't have to be concerned about being executed on this boat while he's here. Unless you betray him, in which he will kill you.
I do not plan to do that. But when we make some type of port, and whatever money I can muster selling this armor, I will find less offensive clothing for me and my men.
Oh, the pirate under armor. I suppose it is a little out of place, and if we come across other pirate hunters, I'm sure they'll see that as also an offense to them.
Exactly. I'm going to get back to work, but thank you for introducing yourself.
What are you doing?
Well, I was just kind of delegating tasks, and we were going to organize the gunpowder storage and make sure shot is placed next to corresponding cannons. Everything is organized down there. It makes the chaos of battle less hectic.
Well, it just sounds like an excuse not to talk to me. The reason I came over here is because listening to you speak in the cave and how you ordered your men and how you were willing to lay down your life for them. I really admired that, and I'm not used to seeing that kind of attitude in the coalition. It's mostly. I don't know if there are all tyrants, but I suppose you certainly aren't. I don't know what your experience is, but
I lost my family at a young age. And living in an orphanage, it wasn't the best experience. I learned to value life.
as it should be valued.
I agree.
Are you do you follow the coalition's religion?
I am not someone of faith, so I attend the mass, which I am made to, but I am not someone who practices. No.
Okay. Don't know too much about it, but was wondering if you wanted to share some pieces of information. But if you're not religious, then
I don't know much, but my other man, Liam, he is religious. When he wakes, I can send him your way.
Sure. All right then. Well, have a good rest of your night.
You as well.
I guess that kind of bows his head and walks away.
I would like to talk to Thorin,
Okay.
if no one else was going.
Is anybody else? Any other conversations? Anybody want to talk to anybody? Maury's just chilling, kind of watching Mint.
11 now, my time. I might kind of peace out here.
Sure. We were very close to end. I'm just trying to wrap up any conversations before we wrap up the session here. So we're gonna be done in a few minutes.
Yeah, mine's not anything special. She's just coming to ask and check. And did the tea work for you?
They nod. They're still sipping on it. They've made themselves some more.
Oh.
They're just watching the seas, watching the storm clouds roll in as the rain starts to get kind of more and more heavy over the course of the night. So the rest of you settle into your duties and eventually settle into bed. Does anybody stay up and work the ship over the night?
Me.
think Asta will stay up for a bit too.
Okay.
I don't stay up to
Would
work.
also offer.
Okay.
I stay up, but I'm not to work.
Okay. What are you doing?
Like, where's like the for the night shift? Like, where's the quietest part of the ship?
Probably the helm.
Okay, I go there.
Okay. Just be
And
mint steering. Maury's working the sails.
I'll just say, don't mind me, Mint. I am just going to sit here and meditate.
Of course, no problem.
But I am going to sit down, close my eyes.
Yeah.
Just-
Una always meditates at sunset.
It is
So
past
she'll be up
sunset
all night.
now. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If she would have done it at sunset.
Okay. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Kadan is just going to try and clear his mind as much as he can, and just almost like in his Kadan way, just be like, "Hello, bear, are you there?"
You get no response, but you feel your hand just kind of curl into a fist. As you meditate, you don't hear his voice. And
And
as
just kind of, just one last thing. It's just, however I do this, I just kind of like think we will figure each other out. I swear.
as the storm begins to worsen over the course of the night, feeling the ship rock and move, is anybody specifically a light sleeper?
I think Asta would be probably.
Una
Okay.
is. Well, she
Ma-
meditates, but
Malachi, Asta, you would kind of wake up regularly throughout the night as the ship is rocking and moving and heavily kind of like hitting waves and the entire ship shaking, books falling off the shelf, things and kind of storage crates rolling about. The ship is going through a harsh storm over the course of the night as you just feel it just hitting each wave. You hear a few of the night crew yelling, hollering off, screaming for help to kind of grab sails. You hear Maury kind of lumbering and moving around. Anybody who gets up to help, or who stays in bed?
Asta would get up to help because he'd already be awake.
Same.
Okay. Asta, Kadan, the two of you go to tend to the sails. You see the strain coming down heavily, hitting the water and creating a fog almost as it's splashing up so high that it almost reaches the sides of the ship.
Jesus.
The thunder kind of cracking throughout the sky, illuminating just a little bit ahead of you, unable to even see the dim lights of the torches on the back of the Wayward Sun far ahead of you as they're just being thrashed by this storm as well. Slowly beginning to lose sight of them as the night goes on. I need rolls from everybody who is tending to the sails.
Strength.
just the 20?
Strength.
Or actually, what would I be doing?
Anybody who is not Cobb, tend to the sails.
Okay.
I got
22.
7. Okay. You guys are trying your best and fighting against the storm. Malachi, repeatedly, you just keep waking up as, like, a book will fall on you or somebody will, like, fall out of their bunk and land into yours as it's...
21 for Una.
At that point, I'm like, fuck, and I go out.
Okay.
I go out.
You go out and just immediately get hit with water as it's lapping up onto the sides of the ship. You feel the ship going up, and then you hear a loud, Kadan! As Cobb yells out.
I didn't do anything.
Right side!
I run off to the right side.
You see coming up over the horizon this wave building higher and higher and higher and higher as it gets closer. Brace! As all of the members of the crew go and grab onto something, you see a few of them, mainly Maury, tying himself to the center mass as he grabs onto the smaller members of the crew, grabbing Flint and Mint and pulling them close. Some of the members duck into the sleepaway cabin, or the bunk cabin, where you, some of you just were. I need everybody to roll to brace.
Could I just
What do we roll?
Which is like
Just a
strength or-
D20, and you can either add your dexterity or your strength. If you're adding your dexterity, you're just trying to like kind of duck down and stay as like small as possible. Strength, you're holding on to something, or you're just gonna hold strongman stance this.
could I just
Ice in my
fly
veins.
straight up? Like a hand?
Fly up.
Yeah.
As you go to start flying, like Maury would warn you that you're just gonna get hit by the wave
Get taken
regardless.
by the wind.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're getting hit by the wave.
I will then just reach around Flint and Mint and brace the other side of Maury to make like a protective shield. around
Okay, as the wave starts getting higher, Kadan, you know enough that this is about a 90-foot wave. As it's
Yeah, so as I'm like securing myself, I make sure everybody else is good. before
Okay.
I secure myself. I'm
um,
watching.
what is everybody's rolls?
Natural 20, but I'm holding it.
Okay,
14.
14.
And that was a strength, you said?
Strength or dex, however you're trying to secure yourself. You are fine whether you do either. You're not going to have any disadvantage as you're being held by Maury and Asta. God himself would have to move you. Okay. Malachi?
Dirty 20.
Magnus?
16.
Okay.
Decent rolls, everybody.
As the wave comes up
I got a natural one.
and you feel... actually, roll to hit twice, please, Asta.
Roll the
Wait,
hit.
with my
Roll to hit.
21 though, do I have the strength to keep on?
Come on, let's fucking go.
That's part...
To hit, I got like
Roll to...
Unarmed,
Just
or-
unarmed. Roll to hit, yeah.
I got a 10 and a 7,
You...
so very low.
That doesn't hit either Mint or Flint. That doesn't beat either of your ACs.
No.
Okay. You would feel his claws kind of rip across your stomach, but not enough, just enough to hurt, but not enough to actually like tear into your flesh or rip your clothing, as you feel him get pulled away. As the waves themselves hit against the ship, passing through, you feel the entire ship rock. Magnus, Kadan, Uno, all of those that are outside, you would hear the as the ship creaks, moves, and you would hear the splitting and tearing of wood as the ship flips, goes under, and we're gonna cut to black and end it here.
Shit.
Whoa.
So about those sailing mechanics next session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
Man, you were so fed up with that. You didn't like how that went so much. You just destroyed the whole fucking shit.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was just sitting here the whole time rolling to see, like, okay, day 1, storm. Nope. Day 2, storm. It rains. Okay. Day 3, storm. Nope. Day 4, storm. Oh no, this is like the worst I can roll. Got it.
Storm.
Okay. Big storm.
It's all storms.
Tropic. Oops, all storm. Tropical storms. They're a motherfucker.
Typhoon.
Got hit by a big old wave. The ship.
We're all just gonna drown.
Yeah, shit. Game over,
Yeah.
man.
Meanwhile, the Wayward Son.
Yeah.
Wayward Son's just cruising. They're just minding their own business. So I will
Did we forget something? Oh.
Where's the rest?
Behind Ella.
Where's the rest of you?
That's that 2.5 Suns memes. Like, I could have swore I forgot something.
Yeah.
You forgot it's not important. All of us drowning underneath the water.
Yeah.